ICC Champions Trophy. Here you go. All right, after defeating South Africa in a comfortable manner, defending champions India will take on Bangladesh in their second semi-final of the ICC Champions Trophy at the Oval in London. The odds are in favour of Virat Kohli's men to go through to the last stage. However, it may not be as easy as it looks on paper, as Bangladesh have shown character and have shrugged off the minnows tag in the recent past. India's Yuvraj Singh is all set to play his 300th ODI match, and his impetus in the middle order will be essential for the Indian team. In form, Shikhar, Dhawan and Virat Kohli both will look on to carry the momentum. Bangladesh have some experienced campaigners. The likes of Tamim Iqbal and company will be hungry to deliver in mega style on one of the biggest stages in international cricket, the ICC Champions Trophy. We will, of course, speak about India's chances and Bangladesh's chances, of course, in the upcoming half an hour. Mr. Luthra here is with me to talk us through what he thinks is going to be in the event of an Indian victory, and we'll discuss this with him in full detail. Thank you, Mr. Luthra, for joining us. First off, India is in great form. We beat Pakistan, of course. We had a couple of tense moments there in the middle, but now we're firmly in the semis. Bangladesh is a team we've beaten before, and our record against them is great, but it's the ICC Champions Trophy. You can never predict how a team like Bangladesh is going to play.
And especially in this kind of crickets, I think this is the first time in last almost 30 years, ever since I have been, watching cricket or covering cricket, that I have seen this kind of pitches in England, where the ball is not moving. The probably, the trick they have done is with the balls. It's not the same that red, Duke balls, where the seam is, popping up and you can swing the ball around. This is a ball, this is a white ball where the seam is crushed, towards the center, and there is hardly any movement. The only movement I saw a little bit in the last game where Pakistan had little bit of reverse swing towards the middle game. Otherwise, it's a flat pitches, and that's where I think Indian spinners. I think Kohli made a mistake initially when by resting, Ashwin. But I think by playing Ashwin along with Jadeja, and he has not tried Yuvraj Singh. He is a pie checker, we all know, but the point is, he's a very useful spinner in between, and especially at a time. Yes, especially at a time when there are long partnerships, which we have
not
seen
getting broken. You need something else as
you have to try somebody like.
Well, we also have Himanshu Chaturvedi joining us right now, sports guru, on the line. We'll go across to him as well. And Kishore Bhimani joins the program. He's a senior cricket commentator. He joins us from Bangalore. Thank you for joining us. Himanshu, your thoughts on the upcoming match? India-Bangladesh should be a good one. And before we get to that, I've just been told Virat Kohli is speaking. We'll cut live to it and we'll see what Virat has to say.
A lot of teams have surprised the opposition, and we're certainly not taking anything for granted. We will use whatever momentum we've gained in this tournament to execute what we want to. We're not going to go according to past results and what we've done in the past tournaments. Going into a big game like this, we're going to treat it as how we treated the last game, and our mindset does not differ.
Virat here. Virat, the manner in which Umesh bowled during the practice match, it was really impressive against Bangladesh. But then they have Tamim, Imrul, Soumya and Saqib. So, any kind of thoughts in your mind about whether to persist with Ashwin or bring Umesh back, considering that match where he was really fiery?
No, I see we gave a lot of people chances in the practice games, and everyone bowled well in that game. So, that does not mean that you necessarily play someone who's done well against a particular opposition in a practice game. I think Ashwin was brilliant in the last game, and I don't see any good reason to change that. I mean, the team played really well. It was a complete performance, and I certainly don't think that there's any need to change anything.
Virat, the Indian batting, almost all the batsmen, they've scored runs, they've scored big. Yuvraj playing his 300th ODI. That's a huge achievement for his as well.
Yeah, it is. I was asked the wrong question last time, but yeah, I would repeat the same answer. His contribution to Indian cricket has been outstanding. He's been a total match winner for India, won us so many big tournaments and big series. And this is just a testimony to the kind of talent he possesses. You obviously need to have all those things in place to be able to play 300 games for India. And I congratulate him. I wish him all the very best, and hopefully he can play a lot more for us and get in those match-winning performances all over again. And I hope tomorrow is a special one for him.
And the units, the batting units.
Yeah, everyone's feeling well. Everyone's playing well.
Virat, the top order's done so well that the middle and the lower middle order has not been sort of needed so far. Is that a concern at all, or it's fair enough? It's you've not needed them, so no problem.
No, that's not a concern. Obviously, as a batsman, you want to finish off games. So, you're not necessarily going to get out thinking my middle order hasn't got any game time. So, given an opportunity, everyone would like to finish games convincingly. And as I said, everyone's batting well. In the practice games, everyone's got a hit. And we know Kedar and Hardik are playing really well at the moment. So, we're not bothered at all. Rather, they're looking for an opportunity. If the team is in a bit of trouble, I'm sure those two guys are going to step up and take the team through, along with Jaddu and Ash as well. So those guys are actually waiting for opportunities, and that's a great mindset to have. They're not sitting comfortable thinking, oh, these guys are going to do the job. They're actually prepared. If a crisis situation comes in, we want to be the match winners, and that's the energy they're creating.
Thank you. Last few years ago, when Bangladesh won matches, it was supposed to be a surprise, a shock. Now, last couple of years, they've been rather consistent. Do you think they've turned the corner and probably ready to challenge the bigger sides more frequently now?
They already are. It's no surprise anymore to anyone that they are doing really well. And they've really improved their cricket, and it's credit to their setup and the kind of players they have now who are taking more responsibility. And they are a very dangerous side on their day, and everyone realizes that. No one takes any opposition for granted, and Bangladesh have taken huge strides. They themselves say that in the last couple of years. Even in the World Cup 2015, they were really, really good. So, yeah, you can never take any opposition for granted. I would say that, and credit goes to them for doing what they are doing with their cricket over the last couple of years.
Thank you. Last point, sir.
Yeah. Virat, how do you rate Bangladesh, your semi-final opponent?
As I said, they're in the top 8 sides in the world, so obviously they are playing really good cricket and they are doing a lot of things right to be in that position. And as I said, they have cricketers who are skilled, who are committed to play for Bangladesh and play with a lot of passion, and they're really keen to, win a lot of games at this level. And that shows in their attitude. And even the other day, I thought they were outstanding the way they applied themselves and chased the total down. They showed a lot of composure and patience, and that is always a sign of a side that is mature now, that knows how to win matches from difficult situations. So yeah, they are a very competitive side.
Thank you. Last word, Mr. Tagore.
Virat, the World Cup semi-quarter-final in 2015 was a bit of a lot of acrimony between the teams post the game about so many controversies. You think it will be a grudge match, or there are too many matches have been played since then, and the teams have moved on?
It's been 24 months. I seriously don't think that anyone's thinking of that game. We've had so many matches against each other since then, and we are certainly not going out to prove a point to anyone. We just want to play good cricket as a side. Our opposition could be anyone. We're not really thinking about what's happened in the past or, things that go on at the international level. We're certainly not thinking of any of that.
Last week,
विराट भाई, ये बहुत बार देखा गया कि जो बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म है, बड़े मंच पर है, उस पे आप मतलब सबसे बेहतरीन परफॉर्मेंस करते हैं. तो क्या आपके मन में क्या चलता है? बड़े मैच से पहले कोई अलग कुछ चलता है?
नहीं, मेरी थिंकिंग हमेशा सेम रहती है, और कोशिश यही रहती है कि हो सके तो टीम को अच्छी पोजीशन में लेके जाऊं या मैच जिताने की कोशिश करूं. और माइंडसेट मेरा चेंज नहीं होता है, डिफर नहीं होता है. जैसी मेरी थिंकिंग एक आईपीएल गेम में या एक फर्स्ट क्लास गेम में रहती है, वैसी मेरी थिंकिंग इंडिया के लिए रहती है. तो ऐसा नहीं कि मुझे ज्यादा मोटिवेशन की जरूरत है नॉकआउट स्टेजेस के लिए. ग्रुप स्टेजेस आई थिंक इस टूर्नामेंट में ज्यादा मुश्किल होते हैं क्योंकि आपको क्वालिफाई करना पड़ता है, 3 मैचेस अलग ओपोनेंट्स के साथ हैं और एक बार आप नॉकआउट स्टेज में चले जाते हैं तो टीम अलग जोन में चली जाती है, तो फिर आप खुद पे ये नहीं सोचते हैं कि मुझे कुछ ज्यादा अलग करना है क्योंकि सब लोग मोटिवेटेड रहते हैं। तो ऐसा कुछ मैंने स्पेशल प्लान नहीं किया इस गेम के लिए। इवेंचुअली आपको जाके क्रिकेट ही खेलना है, ऐसा कुछ बहुत अलग नहीं होने वाला है, तो आई ट्राई टू कीप थिंग्स सिंपल।
Virat, is there any injury concern? Because I saw Rohit Sharma was a bit limping and working out with physio.
No, he's fit. He's fine to play.
Thank you, sir. Last one.
विराट 2015 में हम मेन वर्ल्ड कप में भी सेमीफाइनल खेले थे, T20 में भी हमारा परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा रहा, फिर से भी यहाँ भी हम सेमीफाइनल। ये कंसिस्टेंसी के बारे में क्या कहोगे और एक कदम आगे जाने के लिए क्या कहोगे?
बहुत खुशी है सर, आपने बोला सेमीफाइनल भी कंसिस्टेंसी है क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ तो अगर इंडिया जीते ना तो मतलब कि खराब टूर्नामेंट हो गया। तो सेमीफाइनल तक पहुंचने के लिए ऑब्वियसली आपको अच्छा क्रिकेट खेलना पड़ता है और ऐसे बड़े स्टेज पे, और हम काफी खुश हैं अपनी परफॉर्मेंसेस से। हम हमेशा से एक लिमिटेड ओवर्स में हमेशा से अच्छी साइड रहे हैं और हमेशा से हमारे ऐसे प्लेयर्स आए हैं जो मैच जिता सकते हैं अपनी एबिलिटी पे। तो जो भी नया बंच आ रहा है आई थिंक हमारे सिस्टम को भी क्रेडिट जाता है और प्लेयर्स को भी क्रेडिट जाता है जो इस तरीके का माइंडसेट लेके आते हैं कि हमारा ट्रांजिशन कभी मुश्किल नहीं रहा, स्पेशली लिमिटेड ओवर्स में। तो अभी भी जो नए प्लेयर्स आए हैं उनका भी जो माइंडसेट है वो यही है, जैसे मैंने बोला कि अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए वेट कर रहे हैं कि हम जाके कब दिखाएं दुनिया को कि हम भी मैच जिता सकते हैं। तो अगर वैसा माइंडसेट रहेगा तो हमेशा आप बड़े टूर्नामेंट्स में अच्छा करेंगे क्योंकि लोगों को एक स्टेज चाहिए जहां पे जाके वो अपनी स्किल को डिस्प्ले करें और अपने देश को मैच जिताने का एक जो खुशी होती है वो अलग ही होती है। तो मैं बहुत अच्छी कंसिस्टेंसी मानता हूं इसको कि हम तीनों बड़े टूर्नामेंट के सेमीफाइनल्स तक पहुंचे और होपफुली अगर अच्छी क्रिकेट हम खेलेंगे, सब बॉक्सेस को टिक करेंगे तो होपफुली हम फाइनल्स भी खेलेंगे, लेकिन उतना हम सोचेंगे नहीं, कल जाएंगे और अपने आप को एंजॉय करेंगे।
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
That was Virat Kohli there addressing the media, expressing confidence that he will be in fact leading the way as far as Bangladesh is concerned. India is not taking them lightly. They've shed their minnows tag and it will be an interesting contest tomorrow. We start with some information coming in about the India-Bangladesh match. A fresh, unused pitch is all set to be used at the Oval in the second semi-final between India and Bangladesh. This is what we're getting from our correspondents in London there to cover the Champions Trophy. A fresh pitch will be used, an unused surface to try and test both sides, also giving equal advantage really to both sides, not playing partisan there. Aishwarya, my colleague, joins us with more details on this. Aishwarya, an unused pitch, that's probably going to be on the flatter side. If we look at what Mr. Luthra has been saying, these have been flat pitches, and what is this pitch expected to throw up?
Well, absolutely, Athar. The visuals which we can see on our screens are right now, these are the fresh pitch which is being used for the for tomorrow's crucial match for India against Bangladesh, and this pitch is never used in this Champions Trophy, and that's why we can see how the pitch has been rolled for the first time, and it's very it will be very interesting to know that how this pitch will react, and I'd like to go to our experts to know about this particular pitch.
All right, let's ask Kishore Bhimani and Himanshu Chaturvedi, who's with us right now. Also, Chandrasekhar Luthra right here with me in the studio. Mr. Bhimani, if you can hear me right now, India-Bangladesh sounds like a good mouth-watering contest, even though India might have a slight advantage. Bangladesh are no minnows anymore. It should be interesting.
Well, may I preface my remarks? Is that Uday? I can't see anything here.
No, this is Athar.
What I would like to preface my... Beg your pardon?
This is Athar, this side. Please go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Now this, I think I'd preface my remarks by saying India versus the Pakistan-England match is a humdinger. It looks like Pakistan heavy favourites at this moment, and the prospect of an India-Pakistan final is on the cards, and I think that's going to excite everyone. Coming back to India versus Bangladesh, no, they are not minnows. They are a bunch of highly motivated, highly talented people, 4 of them, Mahmudullah, Tamim, Somo, Sarkar, and the Shakib al-Hasan. I mean, each one has delivered. The bowling has been excellent, even though Mustafizur has not been fizzing. but it could be quite a match. India have the advantage of superstars, of being experienced, of having a settled team. India should be heavy favourites tomorrow.
Right.
But let us not forget that favouritism means nothing.
Absolutely. It's the day, on the day, whoever plays well gets the cake, really, and this is what the ICC Champions Trophy is all about. We have some more breaking news coming in just now. Anil Kumble today was seen chatting with selectors regarding the pitch, and he's also been seen talking to Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni about the pitch there. These are visuals from the Oval. That's the pitch they're going to be playing on. Himanshu Chaturvedi, some chatting with the selectors. Of course, I don't want to get into the entire Virat Kumble feud here, because officially both Virat Kohli, the COA, the BCCI, everyone has denied it, really. But some chatting with the selectors there. Is there anything there, first off? And do you think an unused pitch is going to favour India? Because we have a stronger batting lineup for sure.
I would add one more thing here is that, I think Ashwin should be in the team, and I think
he is.
Spinners from the Indian side, which is going to make difference tomorrow in the match. You have a very good lineup in batting, no doubt about it. Yeah, that's right. I mean, if it is the spinners who's going to do it, and of course, if India is batting later on, they stand a beautiful chance. And mind you, the way Bangladesh played in their last match, and they are one up on India, seeing the last performance. So I think that what I said during the Sri Lanka match with India, you can't treat them easily at all. Everybody has to play a very vital role. And I see Virat coming up again as a captain rather than just being a player, which is going to be a very, very important factor in the match tomorrow.
All right, we have some more inputs coming in just now. The Indian cricket team was also seen involved in the first huddle during a practice session where Coach Kumble and senior players like Dhoni were giving pep talks, which also suggests they might try a new strategy. It's not really confirmed that they'll try a new strategy, although Virat was very clear, Ms. Luthra, that he doesn't want to change a winning combination. He thought Ashwin played well in the last game, and I think he delivers. I think he said he hopes he'll deliver in this match again. So keeping a winning team, a winning strategy in place, would that be the best way of going about it?
Well, anybody who is talking about there is no rift in the team, they are trying to fool everybody.
All right.
There is a fire, there is a smoke, we all know, we all have been writing. So this is something that I don't want to believe them. Second, Virat doesn't want a change. That's because he is playing his own team. He's not playing anybody else's team, whether it's Kumble or whether it's the selectors. So keeping Ashwin out for the first two games, unless there was pressure, obviously he has to bring him, in for a crucial game. But otherwise, I think there is still scope for improvement. And if there is any rivalry right now in the world cricket, apart from Ashes or India or Pakistan, I think the best rivalry is Bangladesh. Bangladesh cricketers hate Indian cricketers. You have to take that. Bangladesh cricket administration, they hate Indian administration.
So in a way, to prove.
They want to prove a point. And when India lost to Bangladesh, if you remember 1.5 years back, that was the only, defeat that India had in the last, so many years in the subcontinent. So you can't take them lightly.
And Bangladesh has been beating the world-class teams in the past as well. In this Champions Trophy, we've seen them
don't forget that Bangladesh is the only team which has scored 200-300s in this particular championship. Against England, they were very unlucky to have lost that game, They chased it out. But overall, I think in the second game, it was near, 300, which they chased against New Zealand. So in a way, this is a very formidable side, and I have not seen a partnership like what
Kishore Bhimani mentioned the highly motivated individuals in the Bangladesh cricket team. Kishore, I want to ask you, Shakib Al Hasan, he's of course an ace up their sleeve. Tamim Iqbal is a great stroke player. He opens the batting sometimes for them as well. And if he gets going, India will be under pressure. How much of it will depend on who bats first? Because it's a high pressure game. It's a semi-final. It's supposed to be a flat track. If you get runs on the board, then semi-final, final pressure comes in.
I agree with you. Tamim Iqbal is going to be a key person. So is Mushfiqur. The advantage that Shakib Al Hasan has, I have met him a few times. I've seen him. I'm a great admirer of his. He's a very spirited player, a good bowler, a very good, very attacking batsman. And the point we have to bear in mind for tomorrow's match is that Bangladesh has nothing to lose. They were not expected to come this far. They've come here by dint of their tremendous motivation. They've come this far. They will play with their hearts. It's we, the Indian team, that is going to be under pressure. I mean, you know, you beat them, say what is so great about it, and you lose to them, people will laugh at you. So this is, but we have the capacity to absorb the pressure with people like Virat, people like, Yuvraj Singh and Dhoni. I mean, these are past masters. They're veterans.
Absolutely.
So
It will be a very
India
interesting
is
match,
way
no
ahead.
doubt about that. And of course, it will be in India's peril if they take Bangladesh lightly. By no means should Indian team do that. Thank you, Chandrasekhar Luthra, for joining us, as well as Aishwarya, my colleague, Himanshu Trivedi, as well as Kishore Bhimani. We are out of time.